Then comes the control of the spread of coronavirus. Like basic, there was like hygiene, mask, and social distancing. That was necessary only. Again, there was two main points was testing and vaccination. So for testing, people were not able to not able to know. They don't wanted to get tested because they were having fear of getting positive results. Also, the vaccination was also like that. For vaccination, if we get the vaccination, we were having fever for 1 to 2 days. They were also scared of that also. So I think that are the reasons of the coronavirus.
I want to ask Tasneem one question before we go to Mansi. Tasneem, you think we could have handled it little better? You feel honestly we could have done it little better than what was happening?
Yes, yes, sir. We could have really handled it better. Main reason was like people were scared, very scared to getting tested, to getting vaccination. Like in villages also, people were like, no, no, we don't want to get tested. If we got positive, then we will have hospitalization, then we will die. They were like that. So people education, or like we can say, that was very necessary. People were scared all the time.
Thank you. Very good, Tasneem. Very good. Very good opinion, and the way you explained, very good. Mansi, could you go ahead, please? Mansi, please go ahead. Mansi?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Am I audible, sir? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're audible. You're
So,
audible.
about COVID, sir, COVID was a eye-opening scenario for entire world. As we were in 21st century, we were of the opinion that everything in this world is under our control. Especially science has uh, specialized so much and has increased so much that there was nothing, no disease that we were not able to cure. So COVID, in sense, was a shock to the world, which brought them back to the earth and told them that there is something in this universe which is going to control how you are going to behave. And the reason why COVID spread so largely across the world was people had a laid back attitude. They were not eating healthy foods and were not exercising daily. Yoga was not in their immune system. Their immune system was deteriorating very badly because of this lifestyle, this good lifestyle they were following in this social media world. So COVID brought them back to reality, like everything which we have been told to follow by our ancestors, or we have been taught in our school, is something we have to work practically to see its results. And the COVID also brought this back. People had a mentality: if you are rich, you can do anything, money can buy you anything. But this COVID brought back them from this reality that even if you have money, there are some times when you will be left with only your skills. Normal cooking skills are something which was never too seriously took upon people. For example, I will tell my personal experience only, sir. I was not too much good in cooking because of schools and colleges and classes. But COVID made me believe that if I know how to cook, I'll be able to sustain on my own. I will not need somebody else to sustain. So COVID brought back this reality again of self dependence is the real thing we have to work on. The causes of COVID was this, I listed below: not having healthy habits, eating, not doing daily exercises, yoga, and everything we need to follow. And the reason whether we are capable enough to sustain COVID again, if it's coming back, I would say majority of people have faced so much loss, sir. They have their livelihood has been taken, their home has been taken, their health has been taken. Some people's uh, personal family members have also been taken. So everybody has been shook to a core that everybody is ready, that they can face things more naturally, more groundly, and they can come out with it with new skills and attributes. And first thing COVID taught us is not discriminating between each other on the basis of race, because this time humanity was the only basic pillar which was standing between such a huge pandemic and all over the people in the world, helping each other, understanding each other's pain, and fighting the pandemic was a quality the world need to learn. And I would say the reason we face pandemic, or in future if we are going to face any pandemic, is our negligence to the nature. We are using its resources very negligibly, not being responsible at all towards nature and its resources. So it's the nature giving us back our fruits that we are sowing and reaping now. And or control measures we can put as a pharmacist, I would like to say the control panel or the ADR reporting system might have been stronger, sir. If uh, if it might have been stronger, then we would have been able to tackle the COVID or pandemic more better in rather than how we tackle. But as we say, we are not ready for this kind of situation. So COVID made us ready. COVID made us see the reality that what we are standing, where we are standing, and how much we are able to face the real world in terms of science. Everything we have written practically, but when it is going, everything we have written theoretically, but when we are using it practically, whether it is applicable or not. And our healthcare system also has to work a lot. Our hospitalization system, our pharmaceutical system, our doctors, everybody has to work a little more professionally and more with zeal to do something for the world. So we will be able to handle pandemic more better as compared to we were during the 2019 COVID. This is my opinion, sir.
Mansi, too good, very good. I want to ask one question.
Yes, sir.
What is the psychological effect of COVID-19? See,
The
yeah. What was the impact of on the psychology of people? What do you
people
think?
see.
What? Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. The impact COVID had on psychology were two different people, sir, because we had two different kind of population in our India: a literate population, illiterate population. Literate population had more scared approach towards COVID. They were more scared of COVID, the symptoms COVID is going to show, whether I am going to have, my kids are going to have. So they were more what we say neutralized towards it. They were more scared. They were more like, I'll keep a distance from my neighbor, it's good for me. And illiterate people, or I would say in common words, people who were from villages. For example, I am from Uttar Pradesh only. So during COVID, was in my hometown for two months. There were many people, sir, who were not even accepting that COVID is something reality. Like COVID is something which is hitting. They were like, nahi nahi, aisa to kuch nahi hota, aisa kya ka COVID COVID. They were like this. They were of this mentality that COVID is not there. And the people who were getting injections, for example, injection where the earlier time in injection where if you have too much diseases, people were dying. Generally old people. So they had the mentality like, उसने तो लिया इंजेक्शन, वो तो मर गया, तो मुझे क्या जरूरत है इंजेक्शन लेने की. And they were closed off. But the benefit I saw, sir, even with that mentality, COVID cases were very less in villages. It was more in metropolitan cities like Mumbai or other metropolitan city of India. Why? Their immune system is very, very strong. How we can say is, we are eating everything, oats and everything. Then also we don't have the level of immune system the people who villages are, because they are more connected to the ground. They are eating more natural things as compared to we who are always on fruitalized and hybrids and everything, this kind of material. So I would say there are two opinions, but overall everybody was able to handle themselves, and those who were not, unfortunately we lost them and they face multiple losses. So this is my opinion about psychological impact COVID on our society.
That was a really good point, what Mansi shared, whether it is poor people or rich people, rural people or city people, everybody had a effect. Everybody had a lot of effect on the terms of psychological effect of the disease, actually. We were not ready for that. We have to be fair. See, as a health professional, we were not even prepared. We were not ready. It took us by shock or surprise. And let me be very frank with you. Before we could realize the actual seriousness, lot of lives were lost.
Yes, yes.
And I fully agree with Mansi. Others can also tell me if I'm wrong. Many people didn't take vaccination. They did not take vaccination wantedly.
Yes.
And they said, क्या फायदा कुछ कैसे भी मरना ही है.
They were of this opinion.
And one more thing, this social distancing, what we call social distancing, in some places it was not followed.
Yes, sir. Yeah, especially in villages, or sometimes it was followed also, sir, because the area, for example, the houses in villages are few distances away from each other. They have big
Correct.
courtyards, big backyards. So
Correct,
it was
correct.
followed also, but it was not followed also because they were
Yes.
not like मेरे घर पे मत आओ, COVID है, मत आओ.
Yeah,
ऐसा
yeah.
नहीं कहते थे वो. It was like come, it's not a problem.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
happily.
देखेंगे,
Not
हाँ.
problem. So
This one carelessness became, and I will
हाँ.
also tell you something, I think what Mansi can tell.
Hmm.
I think it is Delhi where people were given home to home medicines, home to home food packets, rice, wheat, sugar, whatever, home to home.
Yes.
Only in Delhi, not anywhere else. So especially Maharashtra, we were not getting. I think somebody in South was also telling not getting. So when you look at the actual loss, forget lives, forget children, forget families. The actual loss was because of carelessness. Innocent people got killed. If I am wrong, please tell me if I am wrong. If I am wrong, please correct me. Innocent people whose lives could be saved got killed. I feel that is where health industry could have been little more careful, little more.
Yes, yes, yes. Especially our doctors or nurses, and actually we can't just point to them also, sir, because at that time everybody was scared for their own life. So this they are expected to do this what we say ethics work to put their life on stake and help others, but not everybody can do this. What they could have done was they would have treated people more sympathetically, because many newses we had in our metropolitan cities only that people who are with COVID, like they have very less chances of getting through it, or they are going to die, high chances of going to die. They actually took their organs also, sir. This case also we heard frequently in the news. So people were scared for going to normal fever also. They were scared कि अगर मैं hospital में जाऊंगा, they are going to admit me and then they are going to take away my organs. People were scared of that also. So this kind of things were also very common during COVID.
Correct, correct. Actually, a lot of government hospitals, that is
Yes.
where. See, I will tell you, I come from a middle class family. I am not from a rich family. But a lot of government hospitals became careless. And that is where we feel. Yeah, Rachna, you can please go ahead, Rachna. Please start.
So you were about to say something. Completely
Yeah,
lost.
I think government hospitals could have been little more careful. That's what I feel. They did little bit of carelessness. I feel. I'm not from rich family. I went to a government hospital only. But they could have done little better. That's what I feel. Yeah, Rachna, please go ahead. Rachna, please start.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. So, the COVID 19 pandemic is a global outbreak of coronavirus, an infectious disease caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus 2. The first cases of novel coronavirus were first detected in Wuhan, China, maybe in December 2019, with the virus spreading rapidly to other countries across the world. The WHO characterized the outbreak as pandemic. The disease was transmitted primarily through contact with infectious materials, particularly respiratory droplets that enters the environment when an infected person sneezes. There is no cure for COVID 19, but COVID 19, but there were various medications, treatment medications which were used, such as various antiviral drugs, if I remember, such as the remdesivir and therapeutic monoclonal antibodies, such as Reginco. Later in 2020, it was where COVID 19 vaccines became available in the market and were effective in protecting against severe illness and in limiting the spread of disease. Along with this, various immune boosters were also used. We used to take so many supplements like vitamin C and all to boost our immunity. Risk of disease transmission could also were also reduced by measures such as social distancing, disinfection of surfaces, and use of face masks. Self isolation and self quarantine were also the way of preventing the spread of COVID 19. The outcome of this pandemic was there was a huge revolution in business and education sector actually, which led to the distance learning and work from home arrangements. So this is all I have for COVID-19. So there were many points actually included by many of my teammates. So I didn't want to mention about it. So these are the points which came to my mind and just thought of writing.
I want to ask you, there was a lot of chaos. How could we reduce the chaos? Lot of rumors, lot of wrong information,